Hope all of you are well, and you are doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is Muslim Ali, an assistant teacher of English, Satkhira Collectorate School and College, and through this virtual class, we are connected between the two sides. In one side, you, the students, and the other sides, we, the teachers. And for arranging this scope, a special thanks goes to Honorable DC Sir for directing this virtual class so that we can be connected with this line. And today I have come here in front of you through this virtual class with class 9. And now we will discuss about an important topic, and the name of the topic is completing sentences. And the student like class 9, this grammatical topic may be somewhat difficult because it is the newly setted grammatical point in your syllabus. So, the student of class 9, I am requesting you to follow my class and stay connected until the end of the class. And if you follow me and if you follow my class attentively, I hope that you will be able to complete any kind of sentence that will be set in your question paper. Dear learners, now I am going to the rule, and you will take your khata and pen so that you can write the rules that I am writing in the board. The name of the topic is completing sentences. There is some specific rules that must be completed in our classes, and in this class, that means in the class of Satkhira online classroom, I have seen that before this class, a teacher, perhaps the teacher of Satkhira Government Boys School, he has taught you some technique or some rules about the completing sentences. So, that's why I am not going to that side. I am teaching you through this class and another topic except that topic. Now, I am writing an structure. Please follow me and write the structure. Structure. By plus verb plus ing form plus object plus subject plus verb, and then the extension part of the sentence. Dear learners, here you can see that I have already written a grammatical topic and the structure, and the structure is here by plus verb plus ing form, and then the object, and then subject and verb, and then the extension part of the sentence. Now I am setting an example before you. Example: by drinking milk. Here you can see that at the beginning of the structure I have written by. So, at the beginning of the example sentences, here I have also written the by, and the verb plus ing form. Here you can see that I have written the verb drink, and ing has had been added at the end of the verb. By reading, and the objective case here milk, by reading milk, and then we will write a comma here because it is a part of phrase of the sentence, and then we have to use, or we have to write a subjective form here, we, and then the verb. The verb may be in present simple or past simple. or we can also use any kind of verb that will make the sentence in a fulfilled sense. Dear learners, by drinking milk, we can stay healthy. By drinking milk, we can stay healthy. Dear learners, I can write the sentence just like this. We could stay healthy. The first one has been written in present indefinite or present simple, but the second one has been written into past simple tense. Dear learners, both the sentence are correct here. By drinking milk, we can stay healthy, or by drinking milk, we could stay healthy. And then the second example sentences that I am going to set here. We can prosper in life by working hard. We can prosper in life by working hard. Dear learners, you can find in the board that I have said two example sentences on the basis of this structure. And the first sentence is, by drinking milk, we can stay healthy, or we could stay healthy. And the second one here, we can prosper in life by working hard. This is the first structural sentence here, and I have said two example here. Now I am going to the second structure. Structure second. In place of by, now I am writing without. Without, and then verb plus ing form plus object plus subject plus verb, negative form. And then the extension part of the sentence. Now I am setting some example on the structure. Example: without drinking milk, we cannot stay healthy. And the second one, we cannot, could not. Now I am writing the sentence in past simple. We could not win the game without playing well. Without playing well. Dear learners, here you can find that there is a similarity and some dissimilarity between the two structures. In the first structure, here you can find that at the beginning of the structure I am writing here by, but in structure 2, at the beginning of the structure I have written without. But there are some other rules or words or technique that are similar. between the two structure, the first structure and the second structure, but there is one dissimilarity here. You can find that verb, and in the second structure now I am writing that verb but in negative form. If the sentence is written attached with or connected with without, then the latter part or the second part of the sentence will be in negative form. That means the verb will be written in negative form. The learners clear here? See the board that we can stay healthy. It is an affirmative sentence, but we cannot stay healthy. It is a negative sentence or negative form. Dear learners, it is better to say you that by drinking well, it is an affirmative sense, so the sentence will be in affirmative form, and without drinking without drinking milk, it is a negative form, so our sentence will be in negative form here. Dear learners, you can find here that we could not win the game. We could not win the game, it is a negative form, so we have to use without and then the ing form of verb and then other word or extension at the end of the sentence. Dear learners, now I am going to another rule and follow me attentively. And it is better to say that verb plus ing, it is a gerund here. It is a gerund here. Drinking is a gerund and working is a gerund here. Drinking and playing, these are called gerund. And now I will use participle in these sentences. Follow me and you will write it in your khata and practice it later at the end of the class. And if you do it, I hope that you will be highly benefited from this class, and it will be beneficial for you to complete any kind of complex, complicated completing sentence. Now I am setting an structure that is written on the basis of present participle. Present participle and then the complement and then a comma will be added and subject verb and at the end of the sentence the extension part. Now I am setting example sentences on the basis of this rule. Closing the door, I went back to work. Closing the door, I went back to work. And now I am writing another sentence. I went to school, finishing my homework. Finishing my homework. Dear learners, follow the structure at first. At first, present participle. That means in the first sentence you can find that at the beginning of this example sentence I have written just like this, closing the door. Here closing is a word that is called present participle. Do you know the definition of participle? Participle is such kind of word that is worked as a verb and an adjective. At a time the word works dual function. That means adjective and verb. The word that works as verb and adjective is called participle, and participle are of three kinds, that are present participle, past participle and perfect participle. Now I am using, or now I am writing the only one part, that means present participle here. It is a present participle, and present participle is the base form of verb, and ing will be added at the end of the sentence. Closing the door, I went back to home. I went to school, finishing my homework. This is also a present participle here, because the door is a noun here. Before a noun, adjective is used, and my homework, it is a noun here, and before noun, adjective is used. So finishing is an adjective form here, and closing is an adjective form also. And now I am writing another sentence. I saw the boys going home. Going home. Learners, I am going another rules. Follow me, and you will also write it in your khata. It is an exceptional rule of completing sentences. And you, the students, may learn or may know this rule, because it is a very common rule in the field of English grammar. No sooner had plus subject plus verb 3 and then the extension part, then than plus subject plus verb 2. This is on form or on structure. Now I am setting an example basis on this sentence. No sooner had the teacher come then the student stood up. There may be the sentence just like this: no sooner had the teachers come, and then we have to complete it writing this part. Then the students stood up. Here you can find that no sooner at the beginning of the structure, no sooner here in our sentence, and then had, and the subject here, the teachers, and the verb 3 come, and there is no extension here. So this one is blanked here, and then will be attached with no sooner, then will be attached here, and then subject and verb 2, and then the extension. Here the subjects is the students, and the verb 2 stood, that means stand present form and stood past form, and then the extension part, that is up. Now I am writing another rule. Hardly had plus subject verb 3 extension when subject verb 2 and then the extension. Example sentences are written here. Hardly had the police seen the thief. Hardly had the police seen the thief. This is the part of the sentence, and then the latter part that we will write now. When you find here that than has been attached with no sooner, but if the sentence starts with hardly, then cannot be written here. We have to write when. So I am writing here when. When he ran away. Here he means the thief. Hardly had the police seen the thief when he ran away. He means the thief. The third one, scarcely. Scarcely plus had plus subject, verb 3, extension part, and then when or before. We can write here when or before, and then the subject, verb 2, and then the extension part here. Example sentence. Scarcely had we reached school. This one has been completed. Scarcely had we reached school, and then when or before will be used here. We will use here when. It began to rain. When it began to rain. Scarcely had we reached school when it began to rain. In place of when, we also can write before, because scarcely and hardly, the both can be followed by when, but before can be attached with scarcely here. And now I am writing another rule, and follow me attentively. This part of completing sentences is basically very important if we want to complete any kind of sentence that's like complex or compound sentence, but it is especially needed to complete the complex sentence. Subject, verbs, till or until plus subject, verb. Sometimes in place of subject verb, imperative sentence can be written or can be set. Imperative. Example sentences. I will stay here till you return. I will stay here. This is the part and till, and we have to use or we have to write it. I will stay here till you return. Dear learners, here you can find that subject and verb. I is the subject, will stay is the verb here, and then the extension part or other words, and till and until is a linker here, and then the subjective form you and verb return. And then there can be another extension odds or odd. You can return soon. It is an extension here. And now I can write an imperative sentence. Wait here until I come back. Wait here until I come back. This part we have to write this on. Wait here until I come back. And now I am writing the final structure for you, and it is also important for both of you. It is also based on the tense, that is past perfect tense. Past perfect and then before plus past indefinite. That means I am explaining it. Subject had verb 3 and then extension plus before plus subject plus verb 2 plus distinction. Now I am setting an example on the basis of this structure. The thief had ran away before, and then the blank part. The thief had ran away. This one is the past perfect sentence, and after before we have to use past indefinite. That means the structure has been written here: subject, verb 2 and extension. The thief had ran away before he came here. Before he came here. It is a past simple tense here. And now the structure number 2, past indefinite plus after plus past perfect. That means the reversed rule of the first one. That is subject plus verb 2 and extension plus after plus subject plus had plus V3 and the latter part or extension part here. Here an example sentence. The students stood up after, and then the blank part here. Now we have to complete it using this structure: subject and had and V3 and then the extension. The students stood up after the teacher. The teacher here subject, had, and then the mool verb, and then the main verb of the main verb, entered into the class. Dear learners, this is all today. Now I am explaining it. Before can be used at the middle of the sentence, and if there is before at the middle of the sentence, the first one, that means the first part, will be written into past perfect tense, and the latter part, that means the last part, will be written into past indefinite tense. That is past perfect, subject, had, V3 and then the extension part and before, and past indefinite. The structure of past indefinite is subject, verb 2 and extension. And the example sentence here: the thief had ran away before he came here. It is a past perfect tense and it is a past indefinite tense. And then the next one, after, the use of after here. If there is after at the middle of the sentence, the first part will be written or have to be written into past simple, and the last part of the sentence have to be written into past perfect. That means past indefinite, subject, verb 2 and extension. The student, here is the subject, here the student, and the stood is the verb 2 function, and the extension is of here, and the linker here you can see the after, and the last part of the sentence, the subject, had and V3 and extension. The subject here the teacher and had and V3, that means the past participle form of main verb, entered, and the extension into the class. Dear learners, this is all today, and next time we will discuss another taking another grammatical topic in front of you, and until then stay safe and stay sound, and keep me in your prayer, so that I can be also good in health condition. So until then, goodbye.